What's happening, guys? This is James Blonde from MMOHut.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending July 29th, 2013. The first bit of news this week is that the wait is finally over for access to Prime World. After many open beta weekends, the fast-paced MOBA/strategy castle-building RPG is now open to the public 24/7. The game boldly steps beyond the classic 3-lane map of other MOBAs in that there are currently 8 different game modes, from fast and fierce PvP to cooperative PvE and even PvPvE, if 7 other modes weren't enough. Now, to be honest, this game is pretty legit and it's a perfect MOBA for beginners and, of course, people who also get obsessed over Farmville. Next up, Rumble Fighter landed its biggest update in 6 years last week. The new update, called Reloaded, brings North American players new in-game areas, bosses, items, events, and a daily quest system, not to mention the much anticipated social plaza that lets players take a break from fighting and meet with friends in a new gathering place. Rumble Fighter Reloaded also gives players 2 new war-torn maps that are both available in Battle Mode and Rumble Mode, new items, and an improved training mode where players can now train on various maps and recall training NPCs to their current location. To kick off the new update, a wealth of engaging events will be hosted for prizes from July 26th to August 2nd. Hi-Res Studios shows off Chang'e, Fairy of the Moon, as the latest goddess in SMITE. Chang'e is a magical ranged support mage who may not be able to dish out the damage, but she is able to get in or out of the fight quick to support her teammates. Her passive lets her use her Jade Rabbit companion to sell or purchase items anywhere on the map. Similar to the courier in Dota, her rabbit goes back to the horde to fetch these bought items. One unique ability, called Moonflower Dance, allows Chang'e to twirl and scatter flowers around her, healing herself and all nearby allies. Chang'e heals herself for an additional 50% each god that she heals, and this dance also reduces the healing of nearby enemies. Sounds like a pretty handy support character to have on the team. A brand new gameplay trailer hit last week from Red 5 Studios and FireFall to accompany the announcement that players can visit FireFall live at Gamescom 2013, where FireFall plans to discuss ongoing plans to push back the Melding and unlock FireFall's world, featuring its latest dynamic events and 3 new Melding pockets and more. It's actually a pretty cool gameplay trailer, and hopefully they'll be announcing some cool new dynamic events to go along with players finally getting the chance to push back the Melding. Red 5 swears their stuff on the other side, but I have a feeling that players are ready to see it to believe it. Aeria Games last week announced that the popular F.E.A.R franchise is back with a vengeance with F.E.A.R Online as the latest installment of the horror FPS games, with a strong multiplayer focus, that is. From the trailer here, it doesn't really explain how that's going to work, but apparently players will have to rely on each other to survive, so for now the game will be team and co-op based. F.E.A.R Online picks up from the crazy events surrounding F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin, and of course, Alma Wade. Starting out, there are several competitive team modes and more than 10 maps. Fan favorite modes such as Soul King from the past F.E.A.R titles also make a return. Now, I'm honestly not sure what to think of this. It may be good. We'll have to see. The fierce Demon Avenger made his debut in MapleStory last week, continuing the Unleashed content rollout, and as you can see from the trailer playing in the background, the Demon Avenger focuses on quick and powerful attacks, dealing serious damage, wielding a Desperado sword and a Demon Aegis shield to ward off enemies. This guy's got some pretty crazy hyper skills at higher levels. Check the link to the patch notes in the description below for more details. Vindictus continues its summer updates by upping the ante with Vella's new weapon, the Twin Chain Blades. This fierce new armament combines the razor-sharp edge of a sword, the range of a projectile, and the fluidity of a whip, so players can transform the battlefield into a churning tempest of pain. Players can use the blades to pull monsters closer or zip to them and unleash a relentless flurry of strikes. The chain blades are perfect for mid-range crowd control and incapacitating your enemies. And they're available from level 8 and up, so you can be killing enemies just like Kratos in no time. Piranha Games and MechWarrior Online aim to fight cancer with a new custom Jenner-class chassis, champion mech, named Sarah's Jenner. Piranha Games honor the passing of one of the youngest and most talented Canadian pilots in the Inner Sphere last week, 5-year-old Sarah Marie Alda Paris. Compelled by her passion for mechs and her battle with cancer, Piranha Games has made Sarah's Jenner available for $10, and 100% of the proceeds go to the Canadian Cancer Society. The latest content update for Cabal Online, called Rising Force Extreme, was announced late last week, bringing along a slew of new game-changing features, add-ons, and challenges for players to explore and master. One of the features is the Extreme Upgrade system, which is an entirely new way for players to take their equipment to the next level by rising the max upgrades for the items and adding extreme cores to upgrade maxed out items. This, plus new abilities for every single class and more, come along with this new update scheduled to launch August 1st. Check the link in the description below for more details on the new systems being implemented in Rising Force Extreme. Sony Online Entertainment introduces the Player Studio to PlanetSide 2 this past week, giving players the ability to make a permanent impact in the marketplace in Araxis by allowing them to create their very own in-game items to sell to other players for real money. This allows for an infinite number of possibilities for cosmetic appearances for both players and vehicles. Select items will then be placed in the marketplace, and every quarter, the creators get a cut from the revenue the item generates. It's really not a bad system. And speaking of Sony Online Entertainment, in just a few days, I'll be at this year's SOE Live in Las Vegas to bring you guys some details on EverQuest Next, along with new information on all of SOE's games. So be sure to let me know in the comments below which questions you want me to ask the EverQuest Next team, or any of SOE games for that matter, and I'll try my best to get them answered. You tell me what you want to know. But for now, if you're looking for more information about the news featured in this week's recap, check the description below, then head over to MMOHut.com/news. Feel free to discuss the news in the comments below, or head over to MMOHut.com/forums. Until next time, guys, that's going to be it from me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.